All right, and next up we have, I'll let you introduce yourself.
You can call me the Spirit.
The Spirit. So, tell me a little about the character you're portraying.
Well, he's introduced in the 40s by Will Eisner, and then Frank Miller took over, and he gave him a new makeover. I actually would have worn the traditional black, blue, and red because I'm more a fan of the traditional Spirit, but I just happened to have all the attire I needed except for the mask.
So this is the Frank Miller version.
This is the Frank Miller version.
Want to come in a little more so we can see?
Sure.
So how does the Frank Miller version differ from the original Eisner version?
Frank Miller gave him the ability to heal rapidly, as opposed in the old days. The original Spirit had no powers. He was just a street-hardened hero who did what he could for his beloved city.
What was his motivation?
Just that he wanted to be a good cop. He was believed to be dead, so he decided to take advantage of that and be kind of an underground cop, as opposed to just a straightforward police officer.
So why did you choose to portray this character?
I couldn't help it. Like I said, I prefer Will Eisner's version, but I just can't help it. When I saw the character on screen, I just fell in love with the look. I'm sorry, I just can't help it.
Cool. Now, what details of your costume are important to the character? I mean, what makes this
definitely the mask, the hat, and just I just love the combination of all black and red. I just love it.
Now, a lot of that is based on Frank Miller's style of contrast and using like limited use of color.
Yeah, I love the idea of heavy black and white with little bits of color. It's just an amazing combination to me.
Cool. So what was the most challenging part of portraying the Spirit or making your costume?
Wasn't very hard at all. Like I said, I had just about everything. All I needed was a mask.
Excellent. Cool. So, being not as familiar with the character as you are, what's something that might be surprising to people who aren't familiar with the character, about the character?
That's hard to describe. I hadn't even heard of the character myself until I found out the movie was coming out. But what can I say? He's an intriguing character. I just can't help but get into him.
Well, what intrigues you the most about him? I mean, what really connects you to the character of the Spirit? Do you have anything in common with him? Or what do you like best about him that you'd like to see in yourself?
I'm hoping Jeff will walk by. I want to show him.
He can heal rapidly, and he's a badass son of a. What can I say?
Awesome. So did you enjoy the new film? I mean, obviously you did, but
it was far from perfect, but I like it because of what Frank Miller tried to do. Everything he did for it wasn't entirely perfect, but I sympathize with people when they can at least show me that they were trying. And he was definitely trying.
So will you be fighting any crime today?
I hope so.
And should we? What is the name of his arch nemesis?
The octopus.
The octopus. Now, who is the octopus?
The octopus in Will Eisner's original version was just a straightforward crime boss, but the thing that made him intriguing was you never saw him except for his gloves. He was always hidden in shadow. In the Frank Miller version, he's played by Samuel L. Jackson, and he describes himself as having 8 of everything, which is surprising because he alternates between 4 different costumes in the movie, except as opposed to 8. I don't know.
So, does the Spirit ever defeat the octopus?
Oh yes, he does.
Oh, cool.
It's left. There's a slight bit of a cliffhanger ending, giving us the idea that he might come back in the end, but I honestly can't see a sequel coming out anytime soon. So I think we should presume he's dead.
Oh, okay. Now, you dress as the character, the Spirit. Do you also portray the Spirit in? Do you know any? Does he have any moves or character things that he does, or things that he says? Does he have a catchphrase?
My city. She's always there for me. That's pretty much it.
Excellent. Thank you.
Now,
I'm not proud of what I did, but I'm not ashamed either. As an independent filmmaker, I just don't have the same resources as big studios. Hollywood isn't willing to take the risks I do. Because I won't bow to the demands of studios, I am forced to make sacrifices. My cast and crew work 12-hour days for little to no pay. We shoot without permits. I personally have to lie, cheat, and steal just to get my films made. But I don't care what it takes. In this business, the end justifies the means.